Revivalhouse.net here with the commentary. Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. Aren't you excited, Zach?
I am, baby.
I am smelling like a rose that the money gave me on my birthday.
That's what it made me think of.
Okay. All right, then. All righty.
Psycho.
You are fucked up, man.
Well, I've never seen a blue duck, and, I've always wanted to see a blue duck. It's an excellent blue duck, Billy.
That's on sale on Vudu. I might get it.
I'm dying to watch it.
That's quacktastic.
Well, then you should buy it so I don't have to.
Oh, my gosh. So we've already gotten off track. We're doing Hellraiser Hell on Earth, and I think I'm so wacky right now because I love this movie. I've been wanting to do it for a while, and it's weird. I like it in the same way that I like Nightmare 3,
Mm-hmm. Nightmare 3's better, though.
Well, yeah, it's probably the better movie, but I'm just saying I like it in the same way that I like Nightmare 3 because in many ways, Hellraiser 1 is all that matters. It's the serious installment, and it's really standalone. It kind of just starts and ends with that one movie to me. Part 2 ruined it for me. It's like, let's have a continuation of that first story, and it doesn't work. Unlike Halloween 2, where I like that continuation, I just don't like Hellraiser 2. It's like, because that movie leaves you with an impression in your mind of what hell can look like, because all they give you is very, very vague descriptions, and, all you really get to see of hell in that movie is the Cenobites, and it's really effective. You see...
In the first one, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like you hear the music box play, and then you see the blue light come from the curtains there, or the blinds, and they show up in the chains, and that's all. You just know that these guys come from this place.
You're telling me that the baby doll sewing its mouth shut didn't do it for you?
the baby doll, I know, it's funny. But no, it just doesn't. The second one, they take you to hell, and I didn't like it. It just kind of ruined the first one for me a little bit. So I like the third one better than the second one, and I think some people might fight me on that. But like I said, kind of like Nightmare 3, this movie kind of takes it to a campy level. They start giving Pinhead one-liners,
Mm-hmm.
and and it's very of the era, like 1991, and I love movies that were shot in 1990, 1991, because it just reminds me of that particular time period when Guns N' Roses ruled the earth, and, fucking salute your shorts and people wearing like the flannel and stuff. I don't know. I like it. And we're even going to see it here once we start it here in just a sec. One of my favorite bands, a band I really love, they're playing in the movie too. But anyway, let's go and get started. Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. I don't know where this rip came from.
I think it came from like an HD TV station, like Monsters HD, went back before it went under.
So we've got it stopped and queued a millisecond before the lake. Is it Lakeshore or Lake House International?
Lakeshore Strangler.
So we got it queued up right before that logo pops up. And when that logo pops up, so does the Hellraiser theme. So that's kind of where we're at. But we're going to go and get started on a 3 count. 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh,
I like to play. Yeah. I like to play.
I like to play.
I like to play.
Ding. Thanks. I like to play. No stairway. Denied.
And they couldn't even play. It's funny because he wasn't even playing Stairway.
Yeah, he just like or something like that.
Yeah, it's just like, obviously they couldn't get the rights. They didn't want to pay for it for a stupid gag.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even let Pick a Destiny use it, right? They wouldn't even let him use the title.
Yeah.
I just love, look at that logo. It's cool. It doesn't waste no time.
Mm-hmm.
Just welcomes you right in. And I'm actually surprised that, I don't know, maybe not. I'm kind of surprised that they got to this sort of story arc so early in the franchise. You would have thought this would have came much later, like somewhere in the middle. Like, oh man, we're running out of ideas. Let's bring Pinhead to Earth. And they really kind of expedited the whole process because it only took till part 4.
He's in Earth in the first movie.
Well, but he's free from hell. He's actually roaming.
Ashley Lawrence is in this?
briefly. You'll see her briefly.
Yeah, see, I've only seen this movie like twice. I wasn't a big fan of any of the Hellraiser sequels. I think the first movie's great, and then I just...
You don't like Bloodline for what it is?
I think Bloodline was probably the best of the sequels, which is funny because it's in space.
They're close between 3 and 4, but I think I have to give it to 3.
Maybe I like this one better seeing it again.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Peter Atkins. Christopher Figg.
And I don't know if that's an honorary credit for Clive Barker. I know he had a lot to do with the second one, which blows my mind.
I think he directed the second one too.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
He didn't. He didn't write it or direct it, but he produced it in a position where he was actually really involved. It wasn't just like a tag credit. Like, here you go. This is your baby, so we're going to give you a credit.
He didn't write it? I thought he did.
I don't think he wrote it. I don't think so.
How's come we never saw the bug-eating homeless guy come back? Or did we?
It's really a crime. I love that guy. I love this fucking guy, man. He's like he's a quintessential scumbag.
He looks like one of the kids that played one of the brothers in the Double Dragon movie.
I was gonna say he kind of looks like Matt Dillon mixed with the kid from Sleepless in Seattle and Sudden Death. You know his son, Jean-Claude Van Damme's son.
Yeah. I didn't move, Dad. Even when the whole building was coming down, I didn't move.
What a fucking stupid kid.
Like, you fucking retarded idiot. Get out. Isn't it funny how Jean-Claude Van Damme kind of sounds like Ren from Ren and Stimpy? Idiot.
Yeah.
But this guy's the quintessential scumbag. I love him. This kind of also reminds me of a setup for a Leprechaun movie. You know, he goes to this place.
He's all of a sudden a statue. And just like in Leprechaun, it's not explained how he became the statue.
Well, no. I'm trying to think of what happened at the end of the second one. Yeah, he went into the statue, did he not?
Did he? I don't remember.
At the end of the second one, I think he sort of got crystallized in the statue. Yeah, it looked a little different. The continuity of it is a little iffy, but I think it's supposed to be the same thing.
The only thing I remember about the statue is that whenever Doug Bradley starts talking, you can tell it's just him inside the statue with his head poking out.
Yeah, it'll show. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like right there, it looks fine.
Yeah.
But once he gives him a taste of blood. Now, is this guy supposed to be the same homeless guy?
I just said that. Yeah, I was thinking. I thought maybe he did. I was like, wait, does he come back in this movie? I vaguely remember an ugly homeless dude.
I think it's supposed to be the same guy. It's not Buck Flowers, though.
Yeah.
Not Buck Flower. Doesn't he kind of look a little too Men's Warehouse model to be a homeless guy if you cleaned him up with his features and whatnot?
I wasn't sure if that was a homeless guy or the guy we see later in the movie that's really badly acted and all of his lines are overdubbed.
No, that's the cameraman, dude. I fucking love that guy. I talk about him all the time.
Yeah.
What's the matter, Joey? What on earth is the matter?
I wonder what happened.
Yeah, I've always been. I want to interview somebody that had a part in this movie that would know that information. I would love to know. Like, was he just that fucking bad?
Maybe he had an accent or something.
Dude, it could not have been worse than what they replaced it with.
I guess that's a big reason why a lot of the shit was overdubbed in The Room was because Tommy was so accent that he could barely speak English.
I've always wondered. I need to look at his IMDb, this guy, because I wonder if you... Look.
He looks like my Uncle Lester.
I want to see if he's like actually has acting credits or if he's just like a friend of the director and he got a handout because he's horrible. But listen, he sounds like a Resident Evil actor.
He's amazing.
Doesn't he sound like a Resident Evil? Like it sounds Resident Evil dialogue.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's one of those guys.
Like every time when this guy opens his mouth, I'm going to shut up.
They should cast him and Tommy Wiseau in a movie together.
Listen, Joey's here. Can we go together down there?
You can look at his face acting, and it doesn't. It looks like he's. By the look of his face, it looks like he's really delivering those lines better.
Yeah.
See? The money shots.
That chick ain't bad looking.
No, she's the star. But doesn't it look like you can just tell by the way he's delivering lines that there's no way he was saying those lines that bad.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what fucking happened.
This was directed by Anthony Hickox. He directed Waxwork and Waxwork 2. Did you ever see those movies?
I've never seen him.
I remember the first one being pretty fun. It's kind of like a horror anthology, but it makes sense because it takes place in a house of wax where all these different like set pieces are they serve as the stories.
Yeah. Does Paris Hilton show up?
No.
House of Wax, dude.
I think Zach Galligan was in that movie too.
No, come on, really?
He's in at least the second one. He's in this movie too. He has a cameo.
Shut up.
He does. I just read that in the trivia. He shows up somewhere in this movie.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
That's what I read.
Maybe that's him. Maybe he's this random guy that opened the box.
I remember this too from seeing it a long time ago. Doesn't his head explode or something crazy?
Well, I don't know, but what isn't it weird? I didn't know the chains actually. You find the chains in the aftermath and all that stuff. Like the Cenobites leave their chains behind. They don't take them.
Yeah, that just reeks of like something some stupid writer decided to do for this movie. And it wasn't supposed to be in the actual story, like in the original one and stuff.
You'd think they'd be taking them chains back with them.
Yeah, like where'd these come from?
Why would they leave evidence?
He was one of those guys that used to they used to hang themselves on chains by their skin. Those weird dudes.
Oh yeah. Looks fun.
That's funny. Before we came to record, I was actually watching Hoarders, and
oh yeah, I've seen it.
The TV show Hoarders, and there was this guy. He's like immobile, and his sisters were cleaning up his room, and they found like a bunch of porn. So it's like, oh shit, that's embarrassing. Yeah, I remember that. But then like they also find like women's clothes and women's wigs, and it's like, oh fuck, he's gonna be embarrassed. And then they find a dildo and shit.
Oh,
I was like, this is awesome. And then we had to stop
it. Is it staged?
I don't know. Luckily, I pressed record, so I get to finish it after we watch this.
Hey, that guy still had a head when she opened the door and left.
Did he?
Yeah, he still had a head. I mean, it was a little bloody, but we saw his head fucking explode into smithereens. He didn't have a head in that shot when it blew up. But there's another homeless guy. But yeah, would the Cenobites really allow all that evidence? They literally had a bunch of witnesses have these chains invisibly floating and pulling in the air with electricity shooting through them, and this guy like just combust.
Mm-hmm.
You think that would be all over the news?
There's a lot of homeless people here. I've never seen a homeless person in my entire life.
You serious? But you live in bumfuck Michigan.
Illinois.
I know. I just said bumfuck Michigan. But
Bumfuck
you live in
Illinois.
Bumfuck Illinois doesn't sound very good. Bumfuck Idaho.
Even when I went to like Chicago, I don't remember seeing any homeless people.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I haven't been there a lot though.
That's why I like you, Zach. You don't see color. You don't see financial status. You don't see anything. You don't see discrimination.
I just never seen them. I remember I had a friend, Derek, who was telling me one time, him and his dad were like, they went to the dollar store or something and they were getting boxes because they throw boxes out back and they needed some because they were moving, and they picked one up and a bum was in it. I was like, I've never seen a bum.
It's not funny at all, but no, I mean, even in small towns, I used to work in Branson, Missouri back in the day, and we had a guy, our general utility person, who was actually my brother. He was kind of the general utility guy back in the day, wash dishes, clean stuff, you know, when we were younger. And he would literally have to clean the shit every morning out from behind the dumpster because there was a homeless man that lived back there because it was enclosed, you know, and kind of like a fence. The dumpster was kept.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like his home. And he would have to clean the shit that he would leave because he would squat and take dumps back there and leave during the day and come back at night.
Was it stanky dookie?
I didn't ask him. I'm glad it wasn't my job.
I would have taken a turd and put it on a hot dog bun just for fun. I think that'd be funny. Like next time I have a hot dog bun and some like mustard and ketchup to waste, I'm gonna like put my boner in it, put some mustard and shit on, take a picture.
That's disgusting. Put it on your Snapchat.
Yeah, I think it'd just be funny and fun.
This band playing Armored Saint I love this band and I love this album. Obviously, it came out at the same time. It's called Symbol of Salvation.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible. That's John Bush singing, and I love this song.
Who's the guy dancing naked?
Playing a song called Hangin' Judge. John Bush, he went on to replace Joey Belladonna in Anthrax, and he was with them all
Was
through
he
the
in
90s.
the band Bush?
No, it was Anthrax.
Oh, Bush was amazing. What was that song they had?
They had a lot of songs. Glycerine, don't let those days go by.
Yeah, I don't remember any of their music. I was hoping you did.
On you. They had a lot of songs. I mean, well, you know, they had a string of hits for like one album, 1.5 albums. They were a flash in the pan. He became Mr. Gwen Stefani and kind of, you know, sustained his fame a little bit through that.
He got some nice tits.
What? Look at those weird dancers behind the curtains. Like, what if that was your job?
That'd be awesome. Remember this when you could smoke in restaurants and shit? That was weird.
Oh, I watch all these old movies. You see the teachers smoking in the teachers' lounges.
Yeah, it's funny.
People smoking on the bus, you know, and in air. Oh, people used to be able to smoke on airplanes.
That's great. I love that we can. Cigarettes have killed millions. I wish I could have thought of that.
No, but isn't that crazy? Can you imagine being on a plane? They had a point where they had a smoking section, but somebody finally got wise and realized, yeah, this is a tiny fucking plane. A smoking section is not going to do a whole lot for you. That smoke is, it's gonna get in that plane.
Yeah.
You're just gonna you're basically getting hot boxed in the cabin. These scenes look so cheap. It's supposed to be like flashbacks from the war and Doug Bradley's and her dad or whatever. But look, you could tell it was filmed. It's supposed to be Vietnam. Does this look like Asia to you, or does it look like some fucking lot in Georgia?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at those trees. This is not.
How was that hot chick just standing there not getting shot?
Look at those random like Asian people that got to play him. But you could tell this is on somebody's fucking lawn that has a little bit of land out in the country in the South or something.
Oh, I think I know the ending. He's dead, and the rest of the movie is going to be like his personal hell. Oh shit, that's a different movie that we also wanted to do for Halloween, but you didn't because you're an ass. Probably because I picked it.
Oh, Jacob's Ladder?
Yeah. We got to do the Macaulay exploitation, baby.
Yeah, we got to finish it up. It's now officially the holiday season, so we need to think about doing redoing Home Alone.
Yeah,
and then do Home Alone
I can't even pick. Like, if you told me to come up with 5 Christmas movies, I couldn't. I can think of like 3.
I know one that I really, really want to do, and that's Batman Returns.
See, that wouldn't even come to mind, but that's a good one, yeah.
Batman Returns would be amazing. To me, Batman Returns is obviously it covers Christmas, but to me, it's almost a little bit horror. Mm-hmm. It's borderline creepy. You know, the way he did the Penguin and the black blood, and it was very gothic. Not only is that a Tim Burton movie, to me, it's like the darkest one, if you really think about it, because the Penguin, his mission is to kill the firstborn children of Gotham. He's going to drown them in the sewers.
That's awesome.
He kidnaps these children. He's going to drown them and bury them in a watery grave because he has mommy daddy issues. It's fucking dark as shit.
Mm-hmm. They should have did a sex scene with the Penguin and the Catwoman.
I know, and I always thought he should have like banged her pussy with his nose.
That would have been fucking awesome. I would have came.
He could have eaten her, and he literally has like a clit tickler for a nose. Just like,
are these chicks gonna let us out? I hope.
No. Can you imagine him doing his penguin thing while he's down there? It'd probably feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
awesome. They're not gonna let us out, but
they should have. She could strap on a dildo and fuck her.
She's really nice, taking in this stray.
I could join in. They could strap on a dildo and fuck me.
I'm sure you'd allow it. I'm sure it wouldn't take too much convincing.
But the trick is, I gotta let them fuck me in the ass with their dildo until they come.
Oh, I see.
That's what you say. Like all the ladies listening, if your guy's like, can I fuck you in the ass? That's how you do it. You just like, well, if you let me put on a dildo and fuck you in the ass, And if they say yes, if they call your bluff, then say, but the trick is you got to let me do it till I come from my fake dick.
It would just be like, yeah, that's a deal, but I go first.
Mm-hmm.
And then you back out.
Mm-hmm.
Where have I don't know, I can't recall where I've seen the star of this movie. I know she's been in some other stuff. She just looks like she has. She kind of looks like Lara Flynn Boyle a little bit.
I'm not sure who that is.
She was on The Practice. She was with Jack Nicholson forever. She was the bad guy in Men in Black 2.
Oh, yeah. Men in Black 2 wasn't very good.
Yeah, they aren't. And the first one I don't even like anymore.
I like the first one. I think the first one still holds up and is a good like comic book movie.
I'm just so burnt out on people like Will Smith and stuff. I don't know.
I can count on one hand the amount of Will Smith movies I've seen.
Yeah, just not a big fan. And I like Barry Sonnenfeld, but that's not his crowning achievement. I mean, I love the Addams Family movies. Come on, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, we should have did Addams Family Values for Halloween. I love that movie.
Oh, do you know the guy? Yeah, I like that movie too. You know the guy that played Lurch in that movie was the fucking Nightman in Gerald's Game, and he really looks like that. That wasn't.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I knew the guy really looked like that, but I didn't know that was Lurch. Same character. Wow. Yeah, he's really deformed and big and stuff.
Yeah, I watched Gerald's Game again around Halloween. I liked it better the second time.
Did you really the second time?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like a movie I'd watch more than once. I mean, I really liked it, but it doesn't seem like a movie I could just, especially whip out so soon after. You watched it like right after.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, but I watched it with somebody else, so it was kind of fun watching their reaction to scenes and stuff.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to watch it with somebody else. Some movies I can watch over and over again, and I mean, people can, like I said, elitists can shit on movies like Spider-Man, right? But you watch a movie like Spider-Man, you watch those fun, stupid movies, you can just turn your brain off. Those are the kind of movies that you can watch a few times. And be like, whatever.
Mm.
I don't know, but some of the best movies, David Fincher, his movies are kind of like that. I watched Gone Girl when it came out. I actually really loved it. I'll never watch it again.
I remember when that movie came out, I heard somebody say the ending, and then I was like, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, you can't. I mean,
they didn't really give me the ending. They just kind of gave me the twist that kind of happens halfway through. But it's
yeah,
really
because it's got a couple of twists. But it's once you kind of go on that ride, you can never go on that ride the same way again.
Yeah,
of the mystery. So it's like it's really a one and done type of thing. I love this, man. Hey, let me reach my hand on this old statue. He's gonna get bit by a fucking rat, and he's gonna get the plague. How did a rat get down in there, and what is he holding on to? You think he'd fall to the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Hollow?
Why is it
looks
just
hollow?
Why is it just hanging in there? Like, yeah,
this is how nice. this is how Pinhead gets birthed again. That rat, look, he flung us so much blood. Look at all that blood from a rat bite.
They should have like made the homage to the original and had him come on the statue.
Can a rat really do that much damage to the human skin? Does it have sharp teeth?
Yeah, they got big ass teeth, man.
Do they really?
Yeah, I've never seen one in real life, but yeah, I've seen I've seen them on like documentaries and shit. Animal Planet.
Interesting. Are they that aggressive though? Or they're rabid?
I think so. Yeah, I think their teeth do carry diseases.
Well, I know they're diseased, but I just didn't know they were that rabid. They'd fucking bite onto you and not let go. Like,
yeah, I don't know about that. It might just bite to defend itself. I don't know.
This movie could have been over so quick if he just remembered to throw the amulet around Pinhead's statue neck.
Yeah.
Throw the amulet around Pinhead. Throw the amulet around Pinhead's neck, turn him back to a statue.
Exactly. That's the same way the Leprechaun did it too, wasn't it?
That's what I'm talking about. I'm making a joke. There's no amulet.
Oh, okay.
There's no amulet in this movie. No, but now we were talking about Leprechaun in the Hood.
It started in part 3. He's all of a sudden a statue at the beginning.
But it wasn't the amulet. It wasn't the necklace.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, he was a statue, and I don't really remember how they got him out or whatever. If it was like a rhyme or something, I don't remember. But yeah, it's in the Ice-T one. You got but it's funny because they don't even continue that continuity onto Leprechaun in the Hood too.
They're stupid. They forgot. They didn't realize that movies could be watched again, so they didn't bother watching it again.
I'd love to do Leprechaun the Hood movies. I like them. I think they're fucking hilarious. I like it when he's getting spoon fed by that black grandma.
Yeah, I don't remember those movies. I've only seen the second one once, and I don't remember it.
They're fucking funny. They're so funny.
Yeah, I do them.
The first one's the better movie slightly, but the second one I think is way sillier, which also gives it merit of its own because it's just over the top silly. So maybe it's funnier.
Oh yeah, we should mention that this episode will probably come out before the episode we recorded last time with Riverman, because there were some audio issues and Riverman's mic, like, it started out normal and then like for some reason his mic just kind of like got detached or something. His computer stopped recognizing it, and then whenever it finally like came back, it was just recording him really weird. Like it was like the gain was turned up really loud. So yeah, we're gonna have to fuck with the audio, and hopefully we can salvage it. But it'll still sound kind of crappy on his end. But
how much talking did he do? Probably a lot, because it was his movie. We were doing Dawn of the Dead, and we were excited because it took us forever to get him on board to do Dawn of the Dead, and then we do it, and then he has fucking shitty issues.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope it's not fucked up. I hope it's salvageable. How much talking did he really do?
He actually did a lot more than he has been.
Because that's his movie.
Yeah.
And I hate it because we were telling a lot of stories.
Mm-hmm.
We were telling a lot of stories about our youth pertaining to that time period of the movie. So it really fucking bums me out. It's just such a bummer, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting pissed off just thinking about it.
Did you see that Friday the 13th 3 commentary came out?
Yeah, how did that? I haven't listened to it. I do want to listen to it. How did the audio turn out? You guys are scared about that one?
Yeah, that was the one that we weren't sure was going to see the light of day. It worked. Haven't listened to it yet. But I actually edited it, so it's okay.
Did you edit it or they edit it?
Yeah, I did because I had the backup.
Oh, was it just too much? I mean, like, I heard it was, I mean, it was a big thing because did it need a lot of work and Josh just turned it over to you?
Yeah, there was everybody talking over each other and stuff. You just gotta move the shit around. It works.
Well, don't let them steal you away from me, man. Don't do too much editing. Don't spread yourself out too thin. Everybody's gonna be like, let Zach do it. Let's let Zach do it.
He'll do anything. So when are they gonna fuck each other?
I don't think it's gonna happen, man. So I think you should put your dick back into your pants.
Fuck.
I imagine you sitting there with your cock in your hand, just waiting for the opportune moment.
It doesn't fit my whole hand. I got it around my 2 fingers. I was all ready. Oh, baby. I can't wait for the scene where he's fucking her and he spreads his arms out like Creed.
It's so fucking hilarious. I love it. But you gave me a rose. Yeah. And I'll give tomorrow night I'll give somebody else a rose.
Yeah, what's so great about a rose? They die. Fuck roses. Fuck those things. They grow outside too. You'll never run out of them.
I've never understood that. Yeah, flowers. It's like, oh my God, ooh.
And the best is whenever you go get some professionally, like, plant it or whatever they do. They cut them and all that shit, and they charge like $50. It's like, what? This shit'll grow out of shit if I give it enough time.
They're overdubbed here too.
Yeah.
Listen, it's because the club's so loud.
Look
at her acting.
Don't put yourself down, baby. Why don't you pull your tits out and let me motorboat the fuck out?
He's gonna get right to it. This is fun. He's got the cigarette still in his mouth.
He's just puffing on it.
He's doing everything except for looking at himself in the mirror like Patrick Bateman.
Yeah. Look at him here. Look how glistening he is.
That's so funny. Oh, she's tied up.
She got some nice titties. Baby.
How cool is that? That's a really cool loft, though. Look at him.
He's just very sporadically like. Fucking,
Pinhead gets to watch.
look how sweaty they are, babe.
Yeah.
They sweaty.
Look at him laughing. Just
They're all wet. That
I love
shot's
that
so
shot.
funny. It's so
It's so
funny to
funny.
me. I hate when they do that because it's like they're both in focus. They obviously have to like do a green screen effect.
look at the animated eyes. Did you see his drawn eyes? Look at that. It's they're cartoon eyes. It's literally like Pee-wee's Big Adventure. The eyes in the forest.
See, if they could go back in time and put that song "Arms Wide Open" by Creed there, that would have been great.
And it. Did you see the statue though? How bad it looked when he closed his eyes again. It's just like the animation disappeared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is this where we see Ashley Lawrence?
No. You're honestly going to see her on a TV. It's a cameo where you're seeing a recording of them interviewing her.
I got my cock out again for nothing.
Yeah, this one gets into more of the back. It's just like the second one. That's another thing too I didn't like, and they do it here too. The second story gave us the backstory of Pinhead. I hated that, and how he like saved the day, and he's like, it's just lame. I fucking hated it. I don't want to know his backstory.
I want to see like some other story. I want to see him like getting so jaded, like with, strapping on a rubber cock and letting people smack him with it, and dressing up as a gimp, getting fucked by a horse, and then he's just like, this shit's boring. I want something more, baby.
Well, I don't want to see the Chatterer, the Chatterer, whatever, as a little kid. I don't want to see all that shit.
That's actually my favorite Cenobite.
Yeah, he's great. I just don't want the backstories, and I hate the backstory of Doug Bradley and all that. It's so lame.
Mm-hmm.
And they do it a little bit in this too. They're going to show him.
Isn't there one that throws CDs or something?
Yeah, it's the disc jockey that was at the club. He'll get killed. Like the Cenobites in this movie, they really are just passerbyers. Like this guy gets killed in the club, and all of a sudden Pinhead elected him to be one of his main Cenobites for some reason. And he's got CDs in his head, and his mouth is a disc drive.
Yeah, that was a trend they should have kept going throughout the movies. Like just some new Cenobites. Like let's see how creative they get this time.
Well, they did it in part 4, Bloodline.
Yeah, but it just kind of got more.
They ditched Cenobites after that. I mean, it was just Pinhead showing up for 2 seconds.
Yeah, and then like they would have like other Cenobites, but it would just be like a generic, like a chick with the chatter teeth.
I love this. Okay, he's just an asshole now.
Who do you think you are?
JP Monroe. I'm JP Monroe.
Give me back my shirt and get the fuck out of my life.
God, like I understand people that one and done it type of thing, but are they really that big of an asshole at the end? Like
I guess.
Like he's really animated, which I like. Let me back up into this weird statue.
Why not just hang out with her a little bit? Maybe she'll let you suck yourself out of her giny.
He'll want to have sex again in like 30 minutes. Just give it some time. I love this. Oh, he opens his mouth. You stick your dick in that.
Is the statue gonna fuck her now? Yeah.
Did you see? I think that was out of sequence. Because the first frame, look at that. The first frame they showed, the Pinhead statue had his mouth wide open. Then they showed it when he was still asleep, and then he wakes up for like the jump scare. It was out of sequence. Then his mouth opened.
That effect is funny though.
It's kind of like the Freddy, the souls in his stomach.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I was reading the trivia and I laugh because you ever notice the poster of this is basically just the Hellraiser 1 poster but zoomed in?
Yeah.
Well, did you read that the original poster had like a sideways view of Pinhead screaming, and the MPAA told him like, "That looks too intense, change it." And you can look it up on Google. Just put in original Hellraiser 3 poster, and I think he's even as the statue when he's doing it. And it's like, they thought this was intense. Why?
I'm going to look it up right now. The 90s was all about being intense. What's wrong with them? That looks so bad. Look at him. Look at him hanging out. That was fucking evil, man.
See, you can see like it just looks like a big collar around his neck.
Yeah, the rubber collar. Yeah.
He's got a turtleneck.
Are those supposed to be his hands? See, there's like hands folded underneath his head. Do you see the little hands?
Uh-huh. He's got like his hands folded on his chest like Nosferatu.
I'm trying to look up this poster.
Why did he have a gun there? Was that like something he was going to pull out someday? Like, I want to fuck you with this gun. Come on, baby. Like, what if somebody's like, as soon as I come, I'm going to shoot myself in the head. That'll be the greatest way to commit suicide.
I like that exposition there. That was just kind of a little cliche, but we want to hear the backstory on J.P. Monroe. Oh, is that the gun you used to kill your parents?
He killed his parents? What a prick. Oh, did you see his lips? You could tell the paint.
Yeah, it looks shitty. Yeah, it looks... They should stay away from close-ups on his face.
Why are you so wet, JP? His skin reacts like a pussy. That chick got him all wet. Be proud of it. Did you see the poster yet?
No, I'm trying to look it up right now. You can see the cloth around the top of his head, too. Like the whole... See, it's all cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah, his neck's moving. It's making the... How is that... It's making the statue move. It's clearly not solid. Look at his neck.
Once I'm sitting here filming this, seeing this effect not work, I'd be like, okay, we gotta redo something. These first two movies were so dark and gritty, we can't put this on screen. Come on. Anthony Hickox, what were you thinking?
I'm looking at the cover right now. Look at... Yeah, the statue's moving below him.
Isn't it so intense?
It's kind of cool. It looks a little out of I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I don't hate the part 3 poster either, even though it's just the part 1 poster. Part 1 poster was good, so I guess it worked.
Well, you're not giving it enough credit. So what they did was they mirrored the image. They reversed it.
Oh, fuck me. They completely redid it.
They mirrored it. And
it's a different picture.
They mirrored it and put the backdrop of New York City behind him. Mm-hmm. And they also changed the color tone to orange and red instead of the blue and white.
Yeah.
So they really did. It's almost a totally different picture.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see here.
They should have put JP spreading his arms out on it.
Some covers have it zoomed up all the way up to his head.
Yeah, the DVD version kind of had a different color, like white looking.
I'm looking at this alternate cover for Hellraiser Bloodline, and
he looks weird in it. It don't look like Doug Bradley.
Well, on the real cover where it's green, it's like green Pinhead.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know the original cover though?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like Doug Bradley at all. I don't think it's him.
Probably isn't. Yeah, that new one that has another nude Pinhead just recently leaked onto the internet.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, I sent you a picture of it.
He looks better than the other fake Pinhead, but still, it's still a great value Pinhead.
Yeah. I'm surprised they made it. Oh, here she is, baby.
Yeah, this is the extent of it. This is like a Sarah Connor video, right?
Yeah. It might as well not even been her. It's so degraded, it could be anybody playing
it'll zoom up. I think she'll walk up. You'll see her face, and I think she's going to freeze frame on her face. So.
Does she show her tits? Oh, God, I'll come.
See, look.
Why didn't she come back for the whole movie, though?
Yeah, that was it, man.
So what do you think happens to her in between 2 and 5 or 6 or whatever it was, where she comes back and actually opens the box?
I don't know, because they make it seem like she's in a psych ward in this one. Did she get the help she needed?
Yeah, she should have called me before she wanted to extend her pleasure that far.
Have you seen... I'm sorry to interrupt you. Have you seen this other poster that I'm talking about? This other Hellraiser Bloodline poster?
Is it just the one where he's just kind of standing there? It's just a picture of him.
He's standing there, and he's like over the Earth, like planet Earth, and he's like the backdrop is kind of space.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, the backdrop. I don't know what the backdrop is. It looks a little cheap, but it doesn't look. I don't know. I kind of like the Bloodline cover with just his face on it, the green, and I think it's kind of cool how it's not. Whoever's playing Pinhead there, it looks neat.
Yeah,
I see that ad all the time in comic books and stuff.
the colors look cool. Yeah, yeah. The one you're talking about is the one I've seen where it doesn't really even look like him.
No, and that's weird though. I'm gonna look that. I kind of want to look that up and see what the deal is.
It's like the trailer for Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, where you remember that trailer where it's like it's just showing footage of Manhattan and then it just kind of pulls down and you see Jason turn around and it's like a jump scare. That wasn't actually Kane Hodder playing Jason, and after I found that out, I can't unnotice it. He looks so weird. The guy that got to do it.
I'll have to watch it. I'm looking closely at this Hellraiser Bloodline poster, and it does kind of. It could be Doug Bradley. It looks like it might be really made up with a lot of Photoshop to make the colors.
That just looks like a giant box. It doesn't look like it's just in the foreground. Probably isn't going to show it again. That book she was reading, Battles of the 20th Century, I remember like there was a copy of that at one of my schools, and I was like, that's from that movie.
Isn't it funny? That's actually a funny topic with like schools and their libraries. Isn't it funny how you couldn't wear obscene shirts that had particular logos on them? You couldn't wear anything that had anything promoting like a cigarette. You couldn't wear a Coors t-shirt or something like that. You couldn't swear. You couldn't have dirty music playing. You couldn't watch rated R. You couldn't even watch PG movies in school. But if you go to the school library, they've got fucking Pet Sematary where the wife jerks off the husband. They talk about climaxing and cum shooting in the air. They got all kinds. Yeah. I'm just saying, like the books, it goes out the window. They have all kinds of books with all the dirtiest thing in the world.
That's what they do. It's part of the thing. They want to make you read. So it's like, we'll just make everything else in school suck. So
it made me want to read once I like discovered like, whoa, they got all these books here. And I did. And I would read that stuff being a kid and kind of get my jollies off that way. But what were you going to say? We had it. We had the It book in the library.
Yeah.
And it's like, that has some weird ass shit in it. How come they don't censor books like they do movies? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm glad they don't. That would suck.
But I'm saying, like, I could have been an 11-year-old, a 10-year-old, 11-year-old renting it from the library and reading about two boys jerking each other off. Just my mind blown. Like, what the fuck?
I would have came. I can't believe they still sell censored music at this point, really. Like, they still censor just... I remember hearing at one point Walmart actually sold censored movies.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I've heard that. I don't know if... I never remember that, but yeah.
We all remember the first time we found out Walmart censored their music in Kmart because we didn't like know. You had to make a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad, I'm trying to think. My dad made a mistake. He went to Walmart and he bought 2 albums that were new at the time. He bought the Metallica Garage Inc. Covers record, and he bought, I think it was, Stabbing Westward. They had Darkest Days or whatever that album, you know.
Yeah.
You can't even save you. Anyway, he bought them, and there's bleeping all through them, and he was pissed. He was pissed because you can't return that shit because you opened it.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Why are you gonna do that?
Have you ever heard the song So What? Their cover, the Annie Nowhere League, Metallica's cover, where it's just cussing the whole music, you know, so fucking what? And it's just all about gross language. It's an old punk song. The whole thing is beep, 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 beep. It's just the word, like, just take it off the fucking record. It sounds horrible.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, I remember at one time at school, back to the, you know, when they made you put your shirt inside out, I was wearing a Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt. It was
middle finger.
It was the Celebrity Death Match because he was on a Celebrity Death Match. Remember the clay?
Mm-hmm.
They were made out of clay, and he's flipping the bird, but he only has 4 fingers, so it doesn't look like he's flipping the bird. And I had to turn that inside out. I had a picture of Stan Marsh like throwing up, and I had to turn that inside out.
Yeah, I think you've told me that story. It was crazy. My mom used to do the Camel Bucks and buy like Camel merch with her Camel cigarettes, and we had like a lot of Camel t-shirts in the house. I didn't really think anything of it. It's just like, hey, it's a clean shirt, fits. You know, I didn't really put too much stock into it.
And you said that on the last episode, but it's okay because just in case that one doesn't come out, if it's not salvageable, now you guys know that.
Yeah, right. Look, JP.
I always liked that theme song.
The South Park.
Yeah. Why is it playing? Are you just gonna watch one?
No. I'm trying to. I tried to pull up a video, and it's got this insanely long intro, and it.
I don't think.
So fucking watch.
Yeah, they should have said so. Watch.
Well, I've been to Hastings and I've been to Brighton. I've been to Eastbourne too. So what?
Oh, stop it. We'll have to play it on the episode. We'll have to
Sorry.
play it on the podcast version, and then people, they won't have to hear it twice.
Oh.
Yeah, I try to do that. Anytime we mention some like song or something, I try to like put that up so that I remember to put the song in the episode.
Well, but I was thinking about that too, because I wanted to give a shout out because Chuck Mosley died 2 nights ago, original singer for Faith No More, and then Bad Brains after that.
I saw that.
So I was thinking about, we care a lot. We care a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we got to put a little "We Care a Lot" in there.
Actually, we played that on the fucking Biodome episode.
Did we?
We're already recycling songs
Oh shit!
because that song was on the soundtrack. We've been taking them pills. Yeah, she cute.
Yeah, she's attractive.
I'm liking that rack.
No, they need to be bigger. That's exactly what I was about to say. You said you liked them. I was like, the boobs could be bigger.
Man, I love all titties. How do you? I just see
This-
a perfect fucking rack there.
This is so stupid. You have to help me, Joey.
Joey.
What is this? Is this Poltergeist?
That's what it should have been.
I need more of that cameraman. I need more of him now.
Mm-hmm.
He should have had a much bigger role. I wonder how many of his scenes got cut out because of the shitty acting. They probably left in like the crucial shit.
They had to leave in, yeah. Is he gonna fuck her like he did the other chick with his arms out? That'd be fun.
That's his ex. He had already been fucking her. But
And we didn't get to see it.
well, no, it was already established. But he's just trying to do his charm so he can feed it to the Pinhead.
So, did this guy ever like do anything else, like any other movies?
I don't know. He looks like Matt Dillon. Look at him. Like, come here, give me a hug.
He looks like a combination of a couple different people.
I like this. Like, look at this. This is great. Hold me. You got to come to me.
I can't reach you. He has a kind of a John Leguizamo look, kind of too. Would you fuck John Leguizamo?
Absolutely not.
I would.
Come to daddy. A little throwback to the first one.
Yeah.
Come to daddy. This is so weird. Like, wouldn't you think, like, why does he want me to come over there by that creepy statue? Even if you don't believe in all that paranormal shit, I would still be like, what's going on here? And why is he sounding so sinister? Why is he licking his lips?
Why was he so wet?
Look at that.
Sweaty.
Pinhead jumped the gun on that.
Fucking Pinhead ruined everything.
Why'd he scream before we even had her?
Yeah, that'd be weird. You're like, imagine what she's thinking at this point. Like, are you hiding somebody to watch us fuck? What's happening here?
She couldn't tell that looked like a fucking face with a turtleneck staring at her. Look at that. Why is he screaming? Was that really helping the cause?
I guess so.
I love it. And so Pinhead just settles for him. But what I don't understand is, I assumed Pinhead wasn't eating JP because he needed more people. So he kept JP around to maybe get him enough. But that doesn't make any sense because he's convincing her right now to feed him JP, and that's all he needed to get free is one more body. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
He could have just taken JP right then and there when he was circling around the statue.
He was wasting his time.
But yeah, they allude to the fact that, well, we need JP around like Julia to bring me more than one body. I need a few. Because it took Frank, I don't know, a few people.
Yeah, he doesn't have any skin to grow back. Why does he need more than one? Or maybe he is growing skin underneath that turtleneck inside there.
I don't think, I think it's funny how a little bit of mice blood, his blood from his hand gave him eyes, but a whole fucking person, that one chick, only gave him his face.
Mm-hmm.
You would have thought that would have brought him all back. But then a third person is going to totally give him his whole body back.
Yeah, it took one person to give him his head.
At your feet.
How'd they make his eyes look blue?
I don't know, but I really like how he wakes up when she's dragging him. No.
He's right there. Why can't you reach him?
How did he get knocked out exactly? Oh, the brass knuckles.
Yeah. You ever notice it always works perfect in movies? Like if someone needs to get knocked out, they always do first try.
And you think if he was knocked out, he wouldn't wake up in 2 seconds. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you're knocked out, you're knocked out, I guess. Look at this. This is funny. He wakes up right at the wrong time. Like he doesn't even look like he came to. It looks like he's awake the whole time. He didn't have like a moment of like clarity, like whoa.
He was awake the whole time. He was okay with it.
He's gonna be a Cenobite. I don't know what he just did to him. He just shoved like fucking metal rods to his head. Why is he so angry? He just got everything he wanted.
Mm-hmm. That kind of looked like Belial, dude.
Look at that stop motion. Look, that looks like fucking Sloth.
Yeah. That looked like my semen. Yeah, I finished fucking Stranger Things 2 today.
I haven't even watched it. I'm just waiting for all the hype to die down.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good. I just need to care about it because right now I'm so done with it. And everything's just beat down. I don't even want to look at it. Basically, I'd rather watch it when it all subsides, and I'll probably have to watch it somewhere smack dab in the middle of season 2 and season 3 coming out because I don't want to watch it when season 3 is about to gear up because people won't be shutting up then either.
Just stop following people on the internet. How often do you get on the internet and listen to people talking about shit?
Too damn much, I guess. Why did she got a Motel comforter set? Looks like a Motel 8.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good. What's with that weird painting on the wall with just a random kid?
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah, it's really awkward. Can we see a camera in that mirror? Can we see anything in that mirror?
No, she hit it. They were very clever.
That's a really nice apartment. Look at that loft up there. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about trivia and I forgot. I'll look.
What do we got, man? Let me know if you find out why they dubbed the cameraman's voice.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just the cameraman. There's also the priest when she runs to the church. He's badly overdubbed, even though he just has like the one line.
I wonder if they just had like a novice crew working on the sound.
Yeah, like because the cameraman, that could be his voice. They could have actually got him to overdub it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just always assumed it was a different guy or something because it doesn't look, I don't know, natural.
Peter Jackson was asked to direct.
Oh yeah.
First film in the Hellraiser franchise to refer to Pinhead as Pinhead in the movie.
I know. They adopted his name from pop culture, what people refer to him as.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? How people adopt what people name you?
Mm-hmm.
That's like if everybody. It's like if you went to the courthouse right now and changed your name legally to shitbag. Like just because we call you shitbag doesn't mean you're.
That's a good idea.
Let's see here.
Who was that guy that changed his name to .com or something?
No clue. Never heard that.
The guy that founded Pirate Bay or whatever. What a fucking idiot. Oh, look, we're seeing Pinhead before he died.
Yeah, I don't like this stuff.
I want a prequel about all of his, the hookers he was fucking and stuff.
In Saigon?
Yeah, like, he got to this point. I want to know, what kind of sex was he into?
Yeah, I mean, he got to this point where he wanted to seek out this pleasure box. Yeah, what was he into? Because he doesn't look like a guy that's into weird, dark stuff.
Yeah.
But they never do, though, do they?
He's like, I like it when women shit on my bald head. That's my fetish. I want to see that.
Everybody's got a dark core, man. Did you see them fucking molesters got Jeff's dad, too?
Yeah, fuck them.
They got Jeff's dad on Pet Sematary, too. They got Anthony Edwards, man. What the fuck?
Crazy.
Now what? I'm here.
I gotta be honest with you, man. I'm honestly really shocked that Louis C.K. is taking as big of a beating as he is.
Yeah.
I'm saying like the repercussions that he's experiencing. He's losing movies. His movies that are already done are getting canceled. His FX shows are getting pulled. HBO's removing any he's really getting taken through the cleaners. And I think, to be honest with you, I'm not trying to make light of the situation, but doesn't his seem a little bit more mild compared to some of the other people's?
Yeah, he did the least stuff. Like, from what I've heard, he asked everybody before he jacked off.
Yeah,
too.
that was the thing. But to me, it just sounds like buyer's remorse. I get what really happened. People were in a predicament where, they probably couldn't feel like they could say no. But we have no proof that Louis C.K.'s mind was there.
Yeah.
What
if it gets to the point where that's just how pop culture, just the default thing, like, once you become famous, you ain't allowed to fuck anybody that ain't famous.
Well, the thing is men in particular have been using status to get chicks for aeons, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you got the car, you got money. Every guy that buys a hot car to attract a woman is guilty of this. Every guy that throws around his money and spoils some chick to get in her pants is doing this. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
But that's different, though.
And it just sounds like buyer's remorse to me. It sounds, for years and years and years and years, men and women alike have woke up the next morning and regretted what they chose to do the night before. And they own it and they move about their day.
Yeah, you just take seconds, then leave.
Well, you know what I'm saying though? Like, yeah, it's just regret. People regret shit they did the night before. Like, oh, I regret doing that. But they kind of own it because at the time, they did it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't, if you regret something, now we can just cry assault.
Yeah, we're not saying that about like Weinstein, but yeah, like CK.
No,
he's
getting treated like Kevin Spacey right now.
Yeah,
Kevin Spacey deserves it. CK is, man. Before today, when they announced he's losing all this shit, I honestly, when he issued that apology a day or two ago, I honestly thought he'll rebound from this. Like, I figured he'll rebound from this. He'll take a little time off.
They're not putting out his movie, which I've heard is good.
Yeah, no, the movie's made. It's done. It was about to premiere. They're not putting it out. They are canceling it, which they say they're canceling it, but God knows they're going to shelve it until it all blows over. It'll eventually see the light of day. Eventually.
Yeah, I mean, Jeepers Creepers 3 was showed on Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not just that, though. HBO removed anything to do with Louis C.K. programming from their streaming services and their networks. And he lost his shows on FX. No more Louis, the shows he's produced. He's responsible for four different shows on FX. They're all gone. And no more. I think Netflix is pulling their stand-up specials with him, and he was about to do another one. It's canceled. Like, he's losing everything. And he's getting wiped from the history books, and I think it's for far less. Because if you ask me, I'm basically saying that you can't look at someone like Kevin Spacey and say every guy's guilty of that. You can't. Like, he was trying to fuck kids, basically. That's where his thing is horrible. Louis C.K., though, I look at something like that and I'm like, I honestly think you could find a hypocrite in a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
It's just people have made jokes about it and laughed about it for years that guys will do anything to get laid. It's just kind of a joke, right? I mean, he was just being a guy. I'm not saying he wasn't fucking sick and perverted, but, like I said, they could have said no. Mm-hmm. They could have said no. They didn't. And that was it. And the people that did say no, they left.
He said, okay. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it might take you aback for somebody to ask you that, but still, it's not a crime to ask a question.
If someone asked to jack off in front of me, I'd be flattered.
I mean, I'd be like, if you asked that to me, I'd be like, man, I'm fucking weirded out right now. I'm going to say no. And I may or may not talk to you the next day, but that's not me. That doesn't mean I'm going to report you to the fucking police or whatever. And I get the whole power thing, yada, 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 yada. But I'm just saying, guys have been doing that for fucking years. Years. So I don't know. It's debatable on whether you call that the workplace or not, because a lot of times these were comedians. So maybe that's where the lines kind of get muddled, where they were in his line of work.
He's like, you don't suck, but you don't watch me jack my cock. You'll never tell a joke in this town again.
Yeah, so there's a bit of a muddled line there, but for fuck's sake, I mean, seriously, you could sit there, if you put the magnifying glass on every single guy and woman in the world, you're gonna find something that you could sit there and make something out of. I guarantee it.
I think it's just it's kind of becoming a social justice word thing. It's the new thing that they could be totally like, yeah, man, I'm really serious about this. It's the thing that they can not do anything but just sit at home and say it, and then they feel good that, like, I did something today.
Brother, Armand saying again, I went to Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago, and I hate the club scene. I hate all that bullshit. But the guys that I was with, they wanted to see some friends that were at this club. So we went to this club. Wasn't there that long. And there was this drunk chick. There's always that one chick that was insanely drunk. Look at that.
That was the same baby that sewed its mouth shut.
Yeah. Anyway, there was this really drunk chick that would not get off me. She was grinding up on me, trying to get, just seriously. Am I supposed to say that's sexual assault?
You could.
I'm just saying, are they trying to tell me that doesn't happen in nightclubs all the time? You go to clubs, drunk people grind on each other and try and invade people's space all the time and get grabby all the time, guys and girls. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Everybody, to a degree, would be guilty of something like that. I mean, that's the equivalent to, Zach, if you were dating somebody and you were on a date with them and you guys were together and then you guys were on the couch and, you had her arm around her shoulder and you were kissing her a little bit and you were feeling out the motions. And it's like, okay, I'm getting the wave in. And then, you started moving your hand about, touching her a little bit. And then she stops you. And it's like, okay, I'm sorry. And she says, no, that's too much, too fast. Okay, that's fine. At what point you're supposed to sort of gauge the situation, right? That's the equivalent to her the next day going and telling all your friends, yeah, he assaulted me.
Yeah.
I hope it gets so big to the point where it implodes and it just kind of all stops. And everybody's like, all right, yeah, we're ridiculous. Because it has to get so big and implode. It's not just going to keep going like this because nobody will have careers.
Yeah.
I was actually look, here it is. Look at this guy. Look at that. Oh.
That's such a funny way for someone to die in a movie.
It's so silly.
His makeup looks really goofy there.
Yeah, it did. This whole scene kind of reminds me of Trick or Treat, where he's like killing everybody at the dance. Mm-hmm. Or, I guess like Carrie too, but.
Giant throats. I like the giant throats in this series.
Yeah. But, I was thinking about all that stuff today, actually. I was like, I sure hope in 5 to 10 years, all this PC Warrior bullshit's kind of at a halt because we're recording these podcasts where, let's say in 5 to 10 years, we're people of status.
Yeah, I thought that too. And I decided that if people hear what I say and think I'm being serious, fuck them. They're stupid.
We can't be afraid to sit there and just do our thing. But I was thinking about that. You know, me, I'm somebody that wants to be a writer. I want to be in film, and I work towards that stuff. Okay, so in my mind, I'm going to achieve those dreams. So what happens in 5 years where I've got a big project going? I'm actually trying to make some tread, and then something like this comes out, and it's like, oh, on this episode he had these podcasts, and he said this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he said big jugs, or he said this, or he made a joke about steak lips.
He said he wanted to jack off in someone's face. I didn't hear him ask for consent in his hypothetical first.
You know, he was making fun of his sidekick that jerked off dogs. That's not fair to dog jerk offers. The thing is, you're always going to piss off somebody.
Did the dog consent?
I'm not going to care about this. You can't care about this.
Yeah. That guy really does look like my uncle.
Does he?
Yeah.
Did he diddle you?
No.
Good. I'm glad. I'm just looking out for you, man.
I wish.
I'm thinking that maybe you're the kind of person that's afraid to speak up, man. So I'm just, trying to help you out.
What the fuck would I be afraid to speak up about?
Yeah, I know. You're showing your fucking ass goiters on Snapchat.
I guess that's the director, Anthony Hitchcock, the guy in
the news.
Yeah, that's what I read. Unless that's like a different scene that he's in. But yeah, I'm gonna look for the thing where it says about what's his name, because I swear I saw it. Zach Galligan. Yeah, Zach Galligan appears as a murder victim that gets a pool stick in the stomach during the Boiler Room Club massacre.
Oh, so we just missed it.
Oh, okay.
That was what we just watched.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't notice it, man.
I told you. I told you.
I done told you.
You didn't tell me shit.
What do you say? You're never gonna catch up to me, big little baby D. What do you say?
You're never gonna catch me. Something like that. And he gives her the cookie. We need to do those movies.
Yeah, no, I really do want to do them. Not the third one, man. That movie sucks dick.
That's the perfect one to do around Christmas.
I guess you're right. Oh, that is a Christmas movie. We need to make a big list of Christmas movies. We just need to make a big list. The first one I do want to do, I kind of want to do it next week. Batman Returns.
Yeah.
Batman Returns would be perfect. Obviously Die Hard's Christmas.
Yeah.
We could do Die Hard.
We could do the theatrical cut of Jingle All the Way because we did the director's cut.
We could you guys did Silent Night, Deadly Night on Mac and Zach. I was going to say we could do that. Or
we got to do part 2.
Part 2. We got to look at the movies that we did do. Did we do Jingle All the Way last year?
Yeah, that was the one with Mac. That was the first one he was on with us.
Oh, that's right.
But we did the director's cut, so we could do the theatrical.
I'm not going to redo it again.
I'll do it.
Oh, you know what else? Scrooge is a good movie. That's a good movie. There's a lot of Christmas movies, man.
Groundhog Day was on today. I woke up to that because it's on TV.
It's not Groundhog Day, Zach.
No, the movie was on.
I know, but it's not gross. We can't do it. It's not Groundhog Day.
Would you fuck Bill Murray?
No.
I probably would.
I'd fill in those pock marks with my cum on his face.
Fuck yeah.
But there's tons of movies, man. We won't have an issue with that. And if you guys have any ideas for anything Christmas related, I'm definitely open to listening. And even like specials, right? Like, is there any kind of who says we have to do movies?
Like comedy specials?
It would be kind of funny to just do a fucking silly ass podcast of like the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, like those old FHE.
Yeah.
30 minutes or whatever. I would actually be into that. We should try that. Because there's a lot to make fun of. I mean, I think we could have a fun time shitting on the Rudolph.
We should do the Christmas special with Sam Kinison from Married with Children.
Yeah. That'd be funny.
That'd be perfect.
So there's lots of stuff we can do. Look at this. That club seems so much bigger when it was active.
Yeah.
Now it looks really tiny and all these bodies are like piled up together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm really convinced it's a different set.
Maybe.
I'm convinced that they couldn't fuck up that club they were shooting in.
Maybe, yeah.
It just looks like a totally different place.
So, what do you think the pleasure aspect is in these movies? Do you think it's just pain, like, and it's just considered pleasure to them, or do you think they actually stroke them off? We just never seen it.
Yeah, I'm sure if I'd ever really read the newest Scarlet Gospels novel, maybe a book like that would delve into. I would think if they're going to delve into more details about like the sexual nature of it all, it would be in a book form.
Yeah, I always assumed. I don't remember anything like that. I always assumed it was just like straight pain, and it's just like they consider it pleasure.
Look at this sadistic asshole. He literally lined up all these people.
Yeah, he's like Jason, always bringing the bodies with him so he could have
part 2. Yeah,
all of them, like the first 4 at least, making them pop out of closets and shit.
how is he keeping them propped up? Does he have little action figure stands? You know.
Yeah.
I'd be like, why are you so dramatic, Pinhead? Shut up. Talk like normal purple people. Purple do.
Purple people.
Why is he talking like Shakespeare? That makeup makes him look so much younger. It's like when they take off that makeup, he just looks like an old wrinkled testicle.
Yeah. How come sometimes the makeup was looking blue on his face and then sometimes it's white looking?
Yeah, the lighting or whatever.
Yeah. Whoever was the cinematographer should have been fired for filming that so close up. Like, that looks goofy. You're fired.
When you could see all the cracks in the makeup.
Yeah, like I always wanted to be like a director or something. I would fuck with people like, yeah, you're fired. But you know what? You're hired again. Fuck it. Just leave. You know what? Yeah, you're hired again. Come on.
Mm. It was this year at Mad Monster in Scottsdale here in the Phoenix area where Pinhead was doing the photo ops, or Doug Bradley dressed as the Pinhead makeup. And it was supervised by Tom Savini. He was creating the new design and the makeup. And I would never pay money for that shit because I think it's a waste of money. And I was like, oh, this will be lame. But I saw a lot of the people's photos posted on Facebook and online of the photo op, and it was actually really cool because they mocked up one of the hotel rooms at the resort where the convention was to look like the chains and the hell and the dark and the light coming through the windows.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
And they were taking pictures with Pinhead, and Pinhead's there in full decor, and it looked legit as fuck. Of course, all the people taking the pictures really ruined it because it was always some fucking bro with his hat sideways throwing the fucking deuces. And Pinhead's like all serious, right? He's not like hugging him or anything. It's like you're really with Pinhead.
See, I would have to tell him, like, you got to do something Pinhead wouldn't do in the movies. Otherwise, people are going to think I just photoshopped myself in a frame from the movie. So can I pull your cock out and suck it while we take the picture?
Well, it would have been. I was looking at those photos and I was thinking, man, it would have been a real surreal trip to walk into that room and feel like I was walking into like Hellraiser. Like, oh my God, it would be scary. I'd be a little scared.
Yeah.
It would creep you out. And you got Doug, because Doug Bradley was in complete character.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been pretty cool, but still not for the price point.
You remember how much it was?
I don't recall. It would have been fun to do with a friend, like, you know, to actually. But I was alone at the time, and it's like I don't want to have this memory myself. They'd have to do it with somebody.
Oh shit! I'm on TV.
Look at that. Time for your close-up, Joey. It's the cameraman. Here it is.
He's a better actor now.
Have you seen?
Why does camera turn into a rocket launcher?
Why'd you wait till she ran away to blow it up? You doofy bitch.
That looks like one of Wayne's World's cronies.
Get out of here. What? There's just a total campy quality to this movie.
Did you hear him? Why are you ready for your close-up, Joey?
Oh, I thought you were mentioning like a Joey from fucking Nightmare on Elm Street 3 because you brought that up earlier.
No, that's her name too, man.
Oh yeah.
Why is he walking all stiff? Look at this. Why is he a robot? Why is he like moving like he's a robot?
That
makes no sense.
Cause CDs are like the future.
But why is his whole body robotic? Why do you
I always like that his head kind of like, it made me think of like ball sack skin for some reason.
I get the feeling a lot of stuff reminds me of ball sack skin.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this guy. Which one is this? Which guy is this?
It's the new Butterball.
Yeah, but which guy was this?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Probably someone that died at the club. I just missed it.
Yeah. Because
you're going to have JP. JP is going to be one of the Cenobites. And then... Okay, there's the cameraman. There's the disc jockey. Who the fuck is that guy? I remember the JP guy. Doesn't even look like him. I remember watching this movie before and I didn't even realize that was him. Like, that's supposed to be the JP guy? He says a line that alludes and it gives it away, but you don't really realize it's him.
I don't know, but when they were walking down the street, like, they looked like they were getting ready to drop the greatest industrial album of the year. Adios, turd nuggets. I've been wanting to watch that again. I got that on Vudu too.
Is it on Vudu? I love that movie, man. Uh-oh, man. He's gonna... The Molotov cocktail. What is that? Oh, no. It's acid. Gasoline. Okay.
I thought it was piss. You just throw piss at her?
Dude, how do these... I don't recall the Cenobites having superpowers. Like, one of them's Pyro from the X-Men. He can breathe fire. The other guy is robotic, and he throws these... Oh, God.
Who was that guy? Did he go on to do any other movies? Wouldn't that be great if they like had to hire the same guy to do his voiceover for every movie he did, too?
Oh, I know. That'd be great. He's awesome.
I'm going to look him up. Watch him not have a picture. Do you know his character name? Okay, I found him.
Okay, what's his fucking name?
Ken Carpenter.
Oh, he's Kenny the cameraman. Great.
I'm Kenny the cameraman.
This guy's overdubbed. What on earth's the matter? Look how calm he is. And collected. The demons! It's horrible.
I'm not recognizing anything else. He's in Tammy the T-Rex. That movie where Paul Walker turns into a T-Rex.
Dude, this whole scene is cringeworthy. The dialogue was... Every bit of that dialogue was bad.
Yeah, that was really campy. This scene has the it just seems like, oh, this was filmed just to put in the trailer, wasn't it? And it was in the trailer.
It's still a cool scene, though. But...
Oh, look at that effect. See, look how weird his face paint is when he laughed. It just looks like face paint. It don't look like... It's like, is he a juggalo?
This was definitely made for the trailer when he comes up here and does the Jesus Christ pose.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he so mad at the crucifix, man? He just got enraged.
Oh, it's got a maggot. Hey, maggots. Did I ever show you that video? That weird guy that collects masks? Every time you say acquisition, I think of that guy too, because he always said, "Yo, check out my latest acquisition." Like,
is that the guy that interviewed Corey Taylor of Slipknot about masks?
I don't know, maybe.
He has a bunch of masks, and
it might have been then, because that guy actually, he had a Slipknot mask in one of his videos, and it started out with him like, "Hey, maggots. Check out my latest acquisition."
Yeah, I think it's got to be the same guy.
That's funny.
Look at this guy. What does he think he's going to do to him? His face looks like peach colored now. His skin looks peach colored like a real human.
Mm-hmm.
Look, even on his hands, on his face, it's a little bit less white. Well, I think aren't his hands always regular skin tone?
I don't know. I never noticed.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Maybe they are. Yeah, I think they are. He kind of looks like a fat James Woods.
Huh. James Woods should play Pinhead.
No, the guy.
Oh, yeah,
Priest.
the priest. Yeah, I guess he does. You're thinking of Scary Movie 2, though, where he's the priest, though.
Yeah, you ever see that movie, Welcome to Paradise or something like that
No.
with James Woods?
No.
Hey, that's not what it's called. It's something like that, though.
Who else is in it?
Melanie Griffin.
Oh,
Griffith.
the drug users.
Yeah, the Larry Clark movie.
I want to say it's called
Another Day in Paradise, maybe.
Another Day in Paradise or Lost in Paradise, Another Day in Paradise, something like that. I've never watched it, but I know what it is.
I like Larry Clark. He makes some weird fucking sleazy movies.
Is it good, though? It's good? I should watch it.
Yeah.
Okay. There he is, JP. That's JP, and that's the...
Females. She's smoking a cigarette
Out of
through
her
the
neck.
pussy neck. She's like Wang Chong Li whipping everybody's ass while she's smoking a cigarette. See, he does. He looks like James Woods, like fat.
That's JP. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess it was. I just got James Woods on the brain, I guess.
That wasn't the priest. Everybody looks like him to you. I think it's really odd that they made the girl a Cenobite because she's so prominent in the movie. You don't think she's going to become a Cenobite. Maybe she'll die, but you don't expect her to become a Cenobite.
Oh, is that her? That's not. the
Yeah,
original?
that's the
Oh, okay.
girl. That's the yeah.
Is that just their generic template for a female Cenobite? Just, oh yeah, the vagina neck, bald head. They can't be the cool CD female Cenobite. That's a robot that throws the CDs.
Hey, she smokes, man. That's her thing. Oh,
See, they need to play on like the sex thing. Make a gimp Cenobite with a huge cock.
I do like that though. He's like, they're handmade. They're a shadow of my former troops, but it's basically what he could do. Like he's on Earth. He has to make his own. He needed a fat one. He needed a vagina neck.
And a ball sack skin CD guy.
Do you think Pinhead even knows what a fucking CD is?
Yeah, this was like the 80s though when CDs were relatively new.
This is 1991, dude.
Oh, well,
But I'm saying Pinhead is not from that era. He's an old ass guy.
yeah.
Right.
Man, I got a bad fucking headache now. Like I've had it since the beginning or the middle of the movie.
Well, the movie's almost done, and hopefully your headache will get better.
I want to get the box. I'd take a whack at it.
There's people that make those.
I want the real one though. You ever think it's funny how easily they always solve the box? It's supposed to be this puzzle, but they always just kind of really easily solve it.
But isn't it funny how they don't even have to try? Yeah. They see that little circle and they just rub their finger around the circle like, oh, that's it.
Maybe it's just like instinct to them or something.
I guess she's nipping, dude. You see that?
Oh yeah,
You see him?
the perky baby.
Was that it? Yeah. I don't feel like the stakes were that high in this one. It's a lot scarier in the first one when, they're in the house and they won't let her leave.
Yeah.
This one, it seemed like it was resolved pretty seamlessly.
So who was the chick standing in the battlefield? Was that her?
That's her, and she was having flashbacks of her father because her father died in war. Look at that. And this is supposed to be Vietnam, but it's clearly not in Vietnam. None of this looks like Vietnam.
It looks like an empty lot outside my house.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, you can look at the terrain. You can look at the trees. It looks ridiculous. That looks like a set. All that green back there.
It might have been, yeah.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
Is this
he's faking her out.
yeah, is he?
It's not Hank Azaria. Looks like Hank Azaria.
He's like, honey, let's fuck. I know I'm your dad, but let's just do it.
It's a reward.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Pinhead, you savage.
How come everybody in this universe is a fucking shit actor? Like, you can't be my real dad.
I love it though. I wish like it's a great time. Like when these people could be considered like, oh, they're good enough to be in the movie. Like we need to bring that back. We need new movies where people are just so shitty that it's fun.
For one day in real life, we should all talk like this. Like we should. We should act like this. Like, Zach, are you ready to record a podcast? We're running late.
I always said like if I ever made a movie, I would do that. I would make all the people talk like that.
He looks so weird in broad daylight.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really out of place. Isn't that funny though? You never really see Freddy Krueger in broad daylight really often. You don't see Pinhead in broad daylight. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, but you always do in like at least one of the sequels, like in part 4 of Nightmare on Elm Street, where he's on
And the beach, on the beach, yeah. That looks cool though.
Yeah.
That's one of the best kills.
It really does, though. They need to just... that was always a rule, is you don't show too much of your monster. You keep him in the shadows, and that's... The first 2 Freddy movies are where he's the creepiest, and that's where they kept him in the shadows.
No, absolutely. But whenever they have the sequels, they got to bring him out as a star, and he's got to sort of take a different form. You know, he has to be the front man, and he has to have one-liners, and
Yeah.
it's just... It changes the dynamic.
His eyes looked weird in that shot before.
This is weird, man. He's going to kill himself.
How does that work?
I don't know. I don't even know. The good head.
If time allows.
None of this makes sense. Like, now you're in my dominion. He dragged him into the dream world. Like Freddy.
Yeah,
And
it's... Maybe it's like this was a reshoot or something. Like I always notice that in movies wherever they screen it and the audience is like, I don't like the ending. They always just like, look at that. Look how weird he looks.
The close-up again.
I would fire the cinematographer. Why are you filming him like that? You're making him look stupid.
Look at his fucking lips.
It's like the cinematographer, as a joke, thought, I'm gonna
Look at that.
I'm gonna try to make it look as cheesy as possible.
That should be. We should use that in the thumbnail that you cook up. You got to use one of the weird, awkward close-ups of him.
And like put a joint in his mouth and like a colorful background. Like Saw, dude. That's what it has to be now.
Yeah, you got to put that one. You said the close-up where she was in the background, where he's like laughing. It was like kind of upwards. That's where you need the joint hanging out of his mouth, like.
He looks younger without the makeup on him.
I don't know.
This one.
I wish I understood the logic of this.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna force themselves together. They're gonna be one. They're gonna come together.
And that's what reverses it. That was the best pleasure, is coming with himself.
I mean, I think he loses. If I recall, he's gonna get absorbed, and the Pinhead is gonna win.
I'm gonna suck you into my brain.
It's so weird.
This kind of happens in part 4 too.
Yeah,
don't
part
it?
4 with the Cenobite, the twins.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so the Pinhead persona devoured him.
I guess.
She still need to send him to hell, though.
You think... I always wanted to like touch one of those little pins and like it's like acupuncture. You think like you move one, he's like, oh shit, my leg just went numb. That's weird, baby.
What was the point of that whole thing if he was gonna lose? Oh wait,
They need to stretch the time out.
no, there. He is. Look at that. Look at that effect.
Look how these weird shots, like these fisheye lenses and shit. It's very just comic book almost. It doesn't seem like the original two.
Look, she failed,
She did, yeah.
and then it stabbed her. No, actually, she's doing what she needs to do.
Oh,
She's gonna
okay.
stab his ass right in the heart.
How'd she know how to do that?
I don't know, but it looks like he just got rammed in the ass.
And why did he walk so slow as if to let her do that? Maybe he don't know she could do it. He doesn't know his own box.
That'd be funny to watch him acting this out, like you're behind the camera. All right, Doug, just go crazy.
Oh my god, these computer effects. That was almost like the Freddy New Nightmare where his mouth opens real wide.
I love this early 90s CG.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'll take all these weird fisheye lens close-ups that this movie has over the weird slow-down thing Freddy vs. Jason was doing.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why they were doing that.
It drives me crazy. It's like, hey, this is going to be the thing of this movie. It's going to be our thing. We're going to slow down all the cool kills and make it look really shitty.
Yeah, I wonder why. It must have been some kind of stylistic thing. I don't know
think
why
it was.
you would do that, though. Maybe they were like, let's do that because in the original like 3 Friday the 13th movies, they always slowed it down, even though they didn't shoot it in slow motion on the killing of Jason, and it always looked really jumpy.
I think it was practical too. It's like, hey, this could be a stylistic thing, and it'll be practical. We can, make the kills look a little better because we're slowing them down, and we don't have to use dummies or I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And the thing is they were slowing shit down, and they still couldn't cut away before Jason stopped his hand on the porch.
Is that the first time you ever noticed that, or did you notice it before?
No, it's one of those things where I had noticed it, but it was subconscious. I didn't realize. I noticed it. I just didn't realize what it was. I mean, I don't know. You just had to point it out.
Yeah.
It looks bad, though. That guy should have been fired. This is, what alludes to this? I don't understand. I don't understand this at all. Do you understand that ending?
Yeah, I don't know.
How are they manufacturing the box? She buried the box in the cement. But I like this cover, this Motorhead cover of the Ozzy song.
Yeah, I recorded a song, Hellraiser.
Is on No More Tears, but Lemmy wrote it with Ozzy, so they just both put out a version. It's nice.
I recorded it with Ozzy and put out this song in the movie.
Doug Bradley's in the video. Pinhead's in this music video.
Is he?
Yeah, they're like rocking out, and Pinhead's in it.
Do they fuck?
It's kind of like the cheesy Guns N' Roses video, where the video for "You Could Be Mine." It's a concert, and you got the Terminators walking through the crowd of the concert, and he's like scanning everybody, like as a Terminator.
I don't remember that. Was it actually Arnold?
Yeah,
That's funny.
I think it's always funny when they get the actors of the movies that are the stars to be in the videos.
Yeah, why don't they do that anymore?
I don't know. I think videos are kind of a thing of the past. I think, they're still being made, but they're for viral purposes now. It's like, we got to put it on YouTube. It's funny because for a few years there, I thought videos are really a dead art form. Why do we still do this? Nobody watches MTV. And then now I kind of get the purpose, viral videos and whatnot. But
yeah, now they can go all out. They don't got to censor the lyrics and shit too.
Yeah, but now it just gives them incentive. If you're going to do a music video, you might as well do it extra crazy, because if you want to go viral, you got to get people talking about it. Otherwise, what's the fucking point?
Yeah, you need to fuck a midget in the video.
No, it's like the Kanye West thing. Hey man, we got to have Kanye West and Kim Kardashian fucking each other on a motorcycle, butt ass naked behind a horrible green screen.
Did that happen?
They had that video a couple years ago where they were naked on a motorcycle or something like that. I think it was a motorcycle or some kind of flying device, and they were really naked. And
Did
she
he
was
come?
naked. They weren't fucking, dude. I don't know, but it was, it's something to get people talking.
This movie was made, distributed by Miramax, so Harvey Weinstein had something to do with it, I'm sure.
Yeah, he was the head. I don't see his name on
Physical
it
effects, John Malone. That's my uncle.
Oh, maybe that was the cameraman too. That's crazy.
I
You just said your fucking last name on the air.
had to censor it because they don't know it. We haven't said it before.
No, you got mad at me. You're like, because I gave your Snap name. You're like, now everybody knows my name. I'm like, no, I didn't say that. I just said your Snap name is Save the Wells.
It's like whenever I say Mitchell's name and he's like, censor that, I always just reverse it so that anybody that wants to know it can just reverse it again and hear it.
Oh, he doesn't want his real name?
No, it's just an inside joke. Like we've said it. The first episode we said it.
I regret it because if all this stuff comes up in the future and fucks us, I'm the only one. I'm
Don't
the only
you
one
wish you could like
go back
we
in
could-
time and have a different name?
Yeah, like we could fake our names and never like accidentally say our real names.
Well, I'm the one that's really fucked. I mean, it's like because I go off my real name. And Riverman, I call him Todd every now and again. You'll hear me call him Todd. So Riverman's Todd. He can't hide. But
Yeah.
I'm all about the privacy, though, man. I'm not trying to get my last name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I should have. I should have kept with Red Rocket all these years.
Yeah. Did you listen to the episode where I told Mitchell that was your name? His reaction to it.
I don't recall.
Yeah, I think it was the Halloween 3 episode. I said like, yeah, when he first started doing BTM, his name was Red Rocket, and his reaction to it was priceless.
What was it?
Just the way he laughed was fucking funny.
It was dumb. The thing is like, I think I threw that out as a joke, and they ran with it, and they were calling me Red Rocket, and I didn't edit it, and they put my name Red Rocket on there. And it didn't last very long, man. I put the kibosh on that.
I would have kept it. Or you could change it to lipstick, like the dog's lipstick.
Yeah. Anyway, Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. I enjoyed it. It's campy. It's early 90s goodness. I'd like to do more of those. The fourth one would be fun at some point.
I do all these. I do even the shittiest ones.
Well, we did. Isn't that a crime that the first Hellraiser movie did was the Great Value Hellraiser movie?
That is funny. We haven't even done the first one, which is we both agree is the best one.
Well, I like to be more obscure. It's like, oh, let's do Amityville. I'd rather do Amityville 2. You know, it's just more fun to kind of not do
I'm the same way, yeah.
the easy ones to do. But yeah, I can't believe. If I recall, we were very bored during that commentary.
Amityville 2?
No, the Great Value Pinhead.
Oh yeah, we didn't really watch it.
We were talking about everything else but that shitty movie.
That was the first one we ever did where we're just like, let's not even talk about the movie, and it actually came out.
Yeah, because I think because I had already seen the movie and I was like, look, it's bad. We're not going to be involved with it. We're not going to be invested in this. So let's just talk about God knows what.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, if you guys are on the YouTubes checking this out, that's amazing and all. Make sure you check us out on iTunes as well if you guys use Apple products. And also, you can download on Stitcher as well, and you can do the Stitcher app on Android if that's your poison. Obviously, that's more of a podcast format, so we can really be ourselves over there. The editing is more fun. We don't have to cut anything out. We can be unfiltered. But if you're on YouTube as well, that's great. We appreciate it. Subscribe to us there, like as well, and leave us feedback there, and of course on the podcast apps. And you got anything else to add?
We got the website coming soon. It's close.
It's very, very, very close, and we're launching a new website as well. I'm just trying to figure out a name at this point. I kind of wish I could go over the names with you guys.
You mean a new podcast, you mean?
Isn't that what I said?
You said a new website. You said website from just mentioning the website.
It's going to be Zach's cam site, or he's going to take subscribers.
Yeah.
And you can watch him fucking lube his asshole up.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it'll be a new podcast, and I'm excited about it. Just trying to get a name down at this point, right? And which we'll discuss. But that'll be coming out soon. Hopefully the website will be done any day now, for God's sake. Kill me. And I can't wait till it's all done, because I'll go on a big rant on one of the podcasts on the hell it brought me. I just got to wait till it's done. I don't want to sit there and make fun of the people behind it while they still have access to it, because they have to, because they have access to all that shit. They literally have to hand stuff over to me. They could literally just like deleted. But anyway, that's all we got. Be on the lookout. Like I said, revivalhouse.net. Follow us on all the social media where, if you can think of it, we're on it. And that's all we got for now. We'll talk to you next time. Bye bye, puppets.